What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Life and TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review of Ready to Love. This is season 6 or 5. It's the current season. I don't even know what episode it is. I'll make sure I put it down in the description. I did not take notes this episode. I was actually listening to the episode as I was driving home and stuck in traffic. And once it got to the end, I was like, I'm not going to rewatch this. And it wasn't that it was so bad. It was just like, it wasn't that interesting either. A lot of things came to light that I had suspected, which I'm going to go ahead and touch on for a second there. So one of the things is more like a review than a recap, but I might try to recap it. One of the things that I noticed, I told y'all last recap and review, Tori, his feelings was hurt when Sabrina decided to kiss on Demetrius. His feelings was hurt really bad, right? And Tori was going to start playing the game. We noticed that in this particular episode, he decided to backtrack to Precious. And remember I said I could have sworn Tori and Precious was going to hit it off. I thought they were hitting off in the beginning. Then I started second guessing myself, like, was it Precious? You know, but yeah, it was. And we get to see them go back to the beginning and try to like rekindle or what have you. But Precious was like me, like, where is this coming from? You know, we picked it up, you know, real fast in the beginning, and all of a sudden he fell back because of Sabrina, and now all of a sudden he want to act like, you know, we got something there, we still got something going on. So I really need to question what his motives are. Make sure that he's doing this for the right reasons. I told y'all he was gonna do that. Second thing I noticed, the men don't like each other. The men are really catty and petty this season. And they may have always been in every other season, but it really shows. This is London and Brent all over again with these men as a whole. From what I can see, and maybe it's just me, but y'all let me know. We already had P.O. having an issue with Wiley. And somebody said that was just P.O. just joking with him. It wasn't a joke. That was a direct intended shade to Wiley and his age. And I felt like P.O. was in direct competition with him because Wiley was the youngest. So P.O. felt like if he could pull the same woman that Wiley think he has, then he got game. That's what I was picking up from P.O. I still feel that way. Demetrius and Vern don't get along. I think their issue has to do more off the show than on the show. So I don't know directly what that could be. But Demetrius and Vern, they both have this persona about themselves, like they are the shit, okay? Fine and dandy. Think that about yourself. But when you got two men in the same household who both think that they the shit, somebody can't be. Only one person could be top dog. And I think they are both vying for that position. Demetrius claims to be the alpha male and that anybody is blessed to want to be with him. Okay, Vern claims to be that alpha male and anybody that wants to be blessed will come after him. Okay, that's what I'm seeing with these two men, and they're clashing. Because both of them want to be seen as the alpha. But the alpha is the first, the leader, the top dog. There only can be one alpha in a pack of wolves. Okay? And I think that's their biggest issue. Okay? But because they have this beef, Laverne and P.O. are cool. They tight. They always talk to one another, right? Laverne and P.O. is. And so when they have issue, when Vern has issue with Demetrius or Vern has issue with P.O., their way to get back at them is to go after the woman that they are attracted to. Same thing with Tori. I'm going to go ahead and throw Tori in there, but Tori is so simple-minded. Tori is one step above what they thought Wiley was. Tori is really immature. He's really immature. Like, Wiley had the Wiley eyes and he tried to be flirty and he just didn't know how to really assert himself after that. Tori is the one who asserts himself in a perverted way. He is full of perversion. And because he is a poet, I told y'all before in previous seasons, anytime I saw a poet, would I tell y'all about poets? Ho. That's what Tory is. Tory think he is big dick king ding-a-ling, and that he could break backs out, blow out spines, and puncture kidneys. Probably can't do a damn thing, because a man with that much sexual prowess don't need to brag on him. Don't need to brag on it at all. They walk tall. They walk with a limp. You know what I'm saying? You know, they have a swagger about themselves that people ain't got to question who it is. What person say, oh, you? The kidney that pusher? You the kidney, that was you? Okay, whatever. I blew you, I put a hole in your kidney, girl. Shut the fuck up. You ain't finna do nothing. I seen your dick print. I mean, you walk around with everybody on this damn show paying so fucking tight. You can see the dick prints. You ain't doing nothing like that, dog. You ain't puncturing backs. You ain't hurting nothing, for real. You know, whatever. Oh, who else I know? What else I noticed I picked up? Carmen is always in game mode. I don't think she really likes any of these men, and I think that was a good question when they came up with the truth of dare. If she's genuinely interested in these men, I don't think she is. Carmen is moving around the board like Monopoly. She go around going, and whoever she stop on next, that's who she's interested in. She spin the dice and she stop on the next property. I don't care if it's housed already. That's who I'm interested in. That's Carmen. That's Carmen. You ain't sure if she won the game until it's all over. Until everybody out of money, or until everybody done sold the property they had, and then she say, well, I don't really want that shit anyway. Let's cash it all in. That's Carmen to me. I generally don't think that she has real beef with Dakaya, but Dakaya is her biggest competition. They kind of have same features, body shape, the voluptuousness, demeanor. You know, they both are considered bosses in their own right, except the one, I think they both called, she called herself a boss. I'm a boss, I'm a boss, I'm a boss. You know, and Dakaya considers herself a boss too, but she don't go around throwing it all the goddamn time. She owns her own business, you know. She just don't go around, I'm a boss, I'm a boss, I'm a boss. Carmen has a demeanor. So I just think that she feels that Carmen is her. I think Carmen thinks that Dakaya is her biggest competition, when I honestly don't even think Dakaya even tripping off her like that. Just from what I've seen, I think Dakaya could care less about Carmen. For real. I mean, she see her. She see what she doing, but it's not something that she like thinking about when she go to bed at night. But it seems like that's what Carmen is doing. Carmen is thinking of ways to get underneath these women's skin just because it's a game. I don't understand what the prize is. I've asked a couple of the other contestants that was on the show before. I don't even want to call it. I'm gonna say contestants because they acting like it's a game. I've asked them before, is there a prize just to get to the end, other than finding you a man or a mate or a woman? What was the prize? Why is somebody so focused on the end? And I could tell you how I could tell you focus. I just want to go through the process. I'm here for the process. The people who are using the term process, want to go through the process, just go through the process. I just want to get to the process. I'm going to work the process. They all trying to get to the end, including Joy. Now, I told y'all Joy laughing gets on my nerves, but Joy is a person, I don't dislike Joy at all. I like that Joy already has decided who she wants to rock with, but she's going to continue to date other people even though she's not interested in them at all. She is basically being Camille without the rudeness. Camille already had her sights set on Cornelius. She knows she didn't want nobody else, but she went on these dates to go through the process. She just did so with such bitterness and such rudeness and such vindictiveness. Joy, on the hand, is doing it with a smile. I don't want you, but I'll go ahead on this date with you. I already know we ain't gonna be none of friends, but I'm gonna go ahead and go on this date with you because I'm gonna go through the process. Because what? The process, going through the process gets her to the end. I said it once and I say it again. If these people that you are surrounded yourself with, you have such a genuine connection with them, whether they are going through this process or not, with you there, or or without you there, shouldn't matter. Because these people have not stopped their lives outside of the show. They're still taking phone calls from people that they know. They're still going out being involved in their everyday life. So if you got kicked off the show, you have the ability to keep in contact with one another. You have that ability. You have each other's phone numbers, social medias. You have all that. And being that you're still a cast member, whether you're on the show or not, you still seeing them at the hookups and the meetups that they do, the after parties, the live watch parties. You still see them. You have the opportunity to still be involved. And if they that interested in you as you think that they are, y'all could walk off the show together. And la la land, you served your purpose. You found what you needed to find. But instead, what you're doing, I got the hiccups, is trying to get to the end. There gotta be some prize that somebody ain't telling us. I know they paid. Like I said before, when I see the casting calls come through my desk, yes, the church finger. When I see the casting calls come through my desk, I make sure I read them in full. These are paid appearances on this show. So the longer you're here, the more you get paid. That's the only incentive that I can see. Otherwise, because if y'all that clicking, y'all that bonding, you ain't got no other goal in life other than to be seen on TV, you will walk off this set with the person that you want to be with if y'all haven't made it to the end, or if it wasn't such a struggle. Like I say, she's entertaining these dates, but she ain't trying to date. No, she ain't really trying to bond with nobody else. She's already made up in her mind that she is going to just go out with them as a platonic situation. What else am I missing? I knew Precious was going home this week, so if I spoiled it for you already, Precious went home this week. I knew she was, because Precious had no connection with anybody else in the show. She thought she had a strong connection with Paul. She thought she had a strong connection with Donovan, and neither of these men were feeling her like she thought. I don't know what it was that Precious was seeing. I don't know what it was they was telling her behind the scenes. They may have just been buttering her up so she can keep voting for them to stay on the show each week. Paul should be going home next week, because there's nobody left there to fight for him. Except for Tina, maybe. I like Tina. I like Tina's demeanor. I like her vibe. I want to say I was watching It's J Dubs. If it wasn't It's J Dubs, it was Dorlinda Tracy. I don't watch too many people on this show. If it was, I thought it was It's J Dubs. He mentioned, he brought up the fact that Eric and Carmen, they have known each other 14 years. They have always flirted back and forth with each other, this, that, and third. They went out. I think they slept together maybe, you know what I'm saying? And that's a maybe, because I think Eric is gay. He may be bisexual, but he's definitely into men as well. It's not just that he's zesty. It's not just that he's metrosexual. That boy got sugar in his tank, if you know, I have to be frank. Okay, oh my God, he has more feminine energy than the women on Earth, and these women are like dripping in it. He just so. I don't find feminine, the expression of the feminine energy, in the sexual way, to be attractive to me. You know, I like the vulnerability of a man being able to show his feelings. Even shedding a tear, being compassionate, loving, but the very feminine sexual energy coming from a man, I'm not attracted to. No. No. That's why, but women like that. I find that strange. Some women like that. That's why you have these people, these friendships, these women with gay men, who the women end up falling in love with the gay man. I got a friend that's like that. Brother's fine. He is fine. And he has such an attractive personality that majority of the women that know him want to get with him. And when they find out that he has slept with a woman before, oh my goodness, the hope in their eyes that maybe one day he'll slip up and be the one, and they'll be the one that he sleep with again, the second woman he get with, or the third, whatever. They don't even know how many women this man has slept with before. But he is openly involved with men at least 90% of the time. You have to be a really, really good friend for him to know that he has messed around with a woman. But these women, I swear, for goodness, all these little young chicks to be running up to him and they all in love with him. Just hoping and a wishing and a praying. You know, they feel like they got a fine ass man, fine ass black man, nice body and everything. They got them homegirl vibes. And that's him. That's why they fall in love with the gay friends. Anyway, what was I talking about? Eric Gang. Wait a minute. Jay does call him zesty. I call him saucy. He a little bit more than zesty. Donovan is zesty to me. Eric is saucy. He's saucy. He remind me of Saucy Santana. That's who he remind me of. Yes, Lord. I just thought it was saucy. He's saucy. He remind me of Saucy Santana. Okay. So this week, the men are eliminating the woman. But what he wants them to do is to take out their second choice. Remind me, all my people who've been watching this show for years, do the women ever get that opportunity to date or take out their second option? Or is it always the men who has this week where they get to take out their second choice? The one I found the most strange, and it was a whole bald-faced lie, was Laverne's. Actually, all of them. All of them except for Clifton. All except for Clifton. Okay, so I don't remember correctly. I'm going to try to remember. Clifton decided to take out Dakia. He says he knows for a fact Joy is his number one. That's the only one he want to be with, but he want to go through the process. He did have a connection with Dakia, but because of what he feels for Joy, he know that ain't going nowhere. He said that Dakia gives off this 9-to-5 attitude, like she's all about business all the time. I didn't pick that up from Dakia. I saw that she was fun, flirty, a little bit too much sexual energy for me at times, because she normally, you just meeting these people, y'all do it out the gate. That's when I say it's just too much at times. Like they show no couth. They just come out the gate like, what I want to do to you. And that point right there, like I said, I'm finna bounce all over. That brings me to something that happened at the end of the episode when she said she had an incident with Eric. I hope I remember to talk on that again at the end. But there's something about Dakia that always seems like she's flowing with sexual energy. She's tuned in to who she is as a woman sexually. You know, her feminine wiles be out there, boo. So I didn't get that she always gives off this 9-to-5 vibe. In comparison to Joy, I could probably see that, but just looking at her and her personality alone, she doesn't seem like she's that just like a stickler for business and all about business sometimes. She seemed to me to have a fun side. However, one of the things that these people always complained about early on, as far as how they communicate with people, that Dakia is one of the people that I see gives the interview. Tell me about yourself. Why did you do this? What happened to you when you were 3? What did you do in your last job? Dakia gives that type of conversation. But we learn in this one that she likes to go skydiving. She likes to travel. She likes to do all the things that Clifton likes to do as well. They still flirt back a lot. But this helped open his eyes to see that she's not just that stoic person. She can have fun. She can let her hair down. He's like, I didn't know that about you. And she's like, really? And I'm like, really? I don't know how you got that vibe that I just didn't get anybody else agree with Clifton. That's what they saw about her. Put it down in the comment section if that's what you saw, that she was like a more serious person. Like I know for a fact, not for a fact, but she had said before she don't think that she wanted to have kids because it would change the way her life is now. She likes to go out. She likes to be social. She likes to travel. So that's why I was like, where are you getting that from? Okay, but I guess that's the energy he was reading. So, he fed her oysters. And then they, got flirtatious over the oysters. She like, you just wanted to put something in my mouth, and he was like, yeah, I did, yada yada this, yada yada that. Every person on here always brings up the sexual energy that they're getting from the other person. And I'm sitting here thinking, is that all you want? Is that all you want? And that's what brings me to Precious and Tori. Tori butthurt about Sabrina. Tori does not have a second, a third, a fourth, or a fifth. So that's why he decided to backtrack and invite Precious out. And Precious was saying, I need to know what it is that this man wants, because we lost connection. He's been all about Sabrina. So she asked her straight up, what is it that you're looking for? Are you wanting a friend? You want a fuck buddy? Or are you actually looking for a relationship? He said, bring me a drink. She's trying to talk to you, have a real conversation with you. And because you generally are not interested in her, you might smash her, if she allows it. But because you're not genuinely interested in her, you don't even want to have those type of conversations with her. You want to talk around it. You want to talk about whether or not you could fuck her so good that your dick would hit her kidneys. That's what you want to talk about. And Precious is like, I'm trying to communicate with you. I'm trying to get you to open up so I can open up, and vice versa. And you like, let's have a drink. So they took their little drink, whatever. She must have been salt on the rim, and now he want to wipe something off her lip. And then he leaned in to kiss her, and she was like, where did the kiss come from? I wasn't ready for that. He's saying in his confessional that, they definitely have sexual energy, if nothing else. Precious don't feel that way. Precious think he's too sure of himself. Bring it down, little brother. Lower your voice. That's what Precious thinking. But he thinks that she's really into him. She digging him. But what that kiss told him, is that he really want to be with Sabrina. He's trying to play with Precious's feelings so he could, this is my thought. He took her on this date. He leaned in for that kiss. He gave all the sexual energy that he can give to her. Keep her wanting, even though she don't want a damn thing from him. But that's what he wanted to do, just so she could take it back to the liberation and tell Sabrina, she kissed me, or he kissed me. We had a moment. We shared a moment. That's what he wants her to do. He wants Precious to run back and let Sabrina know, he kissed me, girl, in hopes that Sabrina would get jealous. That's what he'd do. That's what he wanted to do. Okay, another hookup that surprised me. Demetrius. Demetrius has no second, no third, no fourth, no fifth, because he think he too good for everybody. But he needed to go on a date with somebody. So he invited Tina. And Tina is like, what am I here for? You don't seem approachable. You seem like a player. Like everybody should come to you. He just said that if they miss out on him, or she don't want to open up to him and get involved with him, then she missing her blessing. That's how he felt about it. And she like, look, I'm not here to play no doggone games. I'm not here to waste no time. You don't even seem like you're interested in me. Do you even want to be with somebody here? You even want to be in a relationship? Because that ain't the vibe I'm getting from you. And because she pulled him to the carpet like that, because she pulled out all the things that he been doing, now he feel challenged. When he set up body language, when he set up like this to talk to her, that was the challenge. That was him trying to convince her, see me? I'm trying to get your attention. I want you to see me. I'm transparent as fuck. I'm gonna be transparent with you. You transparent. You transparent. You clear as day, bro. I see you and see right through your ass. You playing the game. You don't want to go nowhere. Because even though this is the week for y'all to be eliminating women, what you men are doing this particular episode is trying to make sure you don't get eliminated next. That's exactly what you're trying to do. Because y'all all sat here and realized, I ain't got no second. I done put all my eggs in one basket. Tori was counting on Sabrina. Demetrius counting on Sabrina. Clifton counting on Joy. P.O. Who you counting on, dog? I guess Tina. Challenge. That's what he doing. Speaking of challenge, Eric decided to invite out Carmen. Dakaya has been his top, but he playing the fucking game. As he tells Carmen, she been hovering around him as if she a little fly, shoot fly, get away from me. The choice of words that he used for his top person. She's his top, but she's been hovering around like a little gnat, want to swat her ass away. He brought up that there was a kiss shared between them, that she initiated the kiss. And you know, he leaned in for it. He went for it, of course. You know, but Carmen is and will always be his top. He like when she on top. How you make that joke that you like when she on top if she ain't never been up there? It wouldn't even work. They slept together before. But I still think he's very sexual to his own as well. I still feel that way about Cornelius last season as well too. You can't make me believe otherwise. Anyhow, and it's, I mean, and I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that. And the fact that I have to defend that point every time you say something against somebody of another race or another culture or another gender or another sexuality or another religion, nowadays for us to be politically correct, we got to say, but I don't see nothing wrong with that. You know, instead of just making your point and moving the fuck on. But okay, I did it, so I'm done with it. I ain't finna say shit no more. The boy gay, okay? He just like women, or he sleep with women too. But for the most part, the boy gay. So he's playing the game. He think he has Carmen on the string, and I think Carmen could see right through his ass. Carmen gonna play him to the 10th. She gonna make him cut off all his ties with other women, and she gonna drop him like a hot pocket. Carmen don't want none of these men on the show. She don't want none of these men on this show, y'all. I don't care what she did with the pickle with P.O. She don't want that motherfucker. Carmen just like the attention. That's all it is, honey. That's all it is. I think she genuinely liked Clifton at first, but when she realized that Clifton is really, really into Joy, she was like, I don't know what the fuck is happening here, what's going on, so she backed off of that. Because you see, Clifton didn't have her as a second, which was odd to me. So she must have already called it quits on that, the whole thing. I think she shut that shit down, not him. But Eric think he playing the game. He think he playing the game, and he playing the dangerous one. But something about the conversation about the kiss and how she leaned in, you know, he obliged, you know, as if he didn't want to do it. Yeah, something funny with that. And like I said, it ties into the last conversation that we having at the end of the show. I did Demetrius, I did Tori. P.O. invited Joy as his second option. And Joy is like, again, what the hell am I doing here? I think all the women, every last one of them, was shocked that they were her. How did I get her? First of all, they don't even know that this is the second choice week. They just shocked that they on a date with these people, period. What? We ain't never had no connection. Paul sits down with Joy, and Paul's first question is, are you making any connections with anybody else? If this is your connection, why are you worried about who she making connections with? Just talk about you and do you, right? Sit down and have this conversation. And Joy is making it plain and clear. I know who I want. I'm going on these dates because it's part of the process. I'm trying to get to the end. And I think I'm going to take a drink. I don't drink. I'm going to take a drink of something, maybe some juice or something. Every time they say the word process, every time that they say they've been healed, oh my God, when Demetrius sat there and had a conversation with Tina about how he done did the work and he done been healed and he's a changed man. It burns me up. It burns me up. Joy basically let P.O. know ain't nothing going on here, not even the rent. I was finna say ain't nothing going on but the rent. Hey, you gotta have a J-O-B if you wanna be with me. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. Hey, y'all know who sing that song? If y'all know who sing that song, drop it down in the comment section. And this week, I will give you your flowers. Shit, I'm gonna give you some flowers this week. You know, I'm cheap this week. Spent all my money on that scooter last week. I think 2 people won them scooters. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of broke. It's in the vault, so I got some flowers in the vault for you if you know who sing. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. But yeah, with Joy and P.O., that wasn't even going on. He couldn't even deliver her the rent check. You know what I'm saying? No, ain't nothing going on with them. And she let him know plain as day. I don't even know what I'm here for. You know, we could drink and you can buy me a drink and we can eat this food. That's about it. That's all you can do for me. All you can do for me. Next up, Vern. This one right here was a big fat ass lie. He invited out Ace. As Ace has not been his number one this whole fucking time. But he had never went out with her. I guess they never set up the date or whatever. She's peace. How many times she's peace, love, and harmony. Soul train. She's a fucking soul train. With all her peace, love, and harmony that he says she is. He said joy is him. You know. Joy is the female version of him. He could rock with her. That's why he's saying to us that Joy is his number one. Joy don't know this. Joy didn't realize that she was his number one. Or two. You know what I'm saying? But he went out with Ace, and we supposed to see this connection, this vibe between them. I don't know what y'all see in Ace. I don't. Y'all, everybody seeing this light, this calm, this peace. Maybe because y'all follow her Instagram. But on this show, she is dull and boring as hell. Has a beautiful smile. You know, when she come around people, you know, she's nice and giddy. She can say some nice shit in the confessionals. But we have not seen her interact with anybody else. Nobody. She ain't got no number two either. Vern is her number one and only. And the only reason why Ace is even in the running for Vern, because Vern don't like direct competition. Vern want these men to pick one woman, stick with him, and leave his the fuck alone. Don't nobody want Ace, dog, but you. Don't nobody want Ace but you. The only reason why he want Ace is because don't nobody want Ace, because he don't want to be in real competition with these men over no women. Nobody fuck with her. She can give him all the attention that he wants. Smile up in his face, call him every night, wish him good luck, say good morning. You know, he bought her some little body stuff, oils and stuff. What the hell is going on? Hold on, I think my cat trying to get out the room. Cat in the bathroom trying to tear down the damn wall, trying to get out of here. Yeah, don't nobody else want Vern. Vern don't want nobody else. He only want Ace because she is the only one that can give him undivided attention. She is the only one on this show besides Precious who ain't got nobody else she want to give attention to. Precious too much of a social butterfly. He likes that hermit vibe in Ace. She's safe. She's a sure thing. That's what she is for Vern. But she still seems shocked to be there too. Like, oh my God. He actually finally invited me out somewhere. Who am I missing, y'all? Pio, Vern, Demetrius, Tori, Eric, Donovan. Donovan did the Phil from last season. Donovan went on 3 dates. I totally understood. Donovan just got here. This was his first gentleman's lounge, you know what I'm saying? So he don't know anybody. So he invited out Dakaya. He invited out Sabrina. I cannot remember who the other person was. Was it Carmen? I thought that Dakaya and Donovan matched the most, but he was feeling Sabrina the most. That was interesting to me. I had a reason in my mind that he decided to choose Sabrina over the other two. He said it was something about I think this has to do with the Demetrius situation too. Donovan don't like Demetrius either. And I really think that he's only choosing Sabrina because he wants to piss Demetrius off. If I had wrote my notes down, that's what I would have put. It's something about the way these men move off camera in their Instagrams, who they're connected to, that puts me in. These men are catty as fuck. He don't like Demetrius, so that's why he's choosing Sabrina. That's it. He don't want Sabrina because he know how Tori feel about her. But Tori and Sabrina ain't hooking up. He's too immature for her. I was kind of I was gonna say I was kind of hoping that maybe Sabrina would have gave Wiley a chance, but nah. Wiley was too immature for Sabrina too. Sabrina has an old soul. Sabrina is too serious for Sabrina. in my opinion. Like, let your fucking hair down. The way that Clifton described Dakaya about being at 9 to 5 attitude, and she seemed like she always about business. That's what I pick up from Sabrina, unless she's in confessionals. When she's doing a diary cam, she seems to be more loose, more free. I think Sabrina said something about this is how she determined whether or not she could rock with Donovan, and she could see herself sleeping with him. That's the first time I ever seen Sabrina or heard Sabrina give off any type of sexual vibes or energy. It was in that confessional where she said that she thinks she could have slept with that man. I was like, Sabrina said that? Oh. So we'll see if this brings us more attention with Demetrius and Donovan on a whole vibe thing. See what happened there. I think they're going to be playing with Sabrina's feelings, tossing her around. Because they all in competition to see which one can get her. I feel like I'm missing somebody. I did Donovan. He was with Sabrina. He had the 3 dates. And on each date, he seemed to be a slightly different person too. But I really just think that his personality, the one he presented with Dakaya, matched the best for me. Y'all let me know who y'all thought was his best date. Yeah, I thought Dakaya was his best date. Okay, so Demetrius and Tina. I love the way she read him. Oh, I do. I think I got all the men. Clifton and I got everybody. So they go to deliberations. In deliberations, one of the things I found funny when Tommy asked who's y'all favorite, the only people that he asked the only people we saw was Tori and Demetrius, and they said Sabrina. Did I miss that point, or was that? I remember them two said, because they talked about who they didn't like. They don't like Precious, and I knew it for the same reasons. They still trying to give her this party girl vibe. They don't like. Who was it? Somebody else. I want to say it was Sabrina, and then they said Joy. I was so surprised that they threw Joy name in there. It's like the name of the game is that if you don't like me, if you don't want to date me, you got your mind set on one other person, then you ain't ready. But I always thought that Joy gave off homegirl vibes to everybody because, even to Clifton, she gives off homegirl vibes. They just attracted to each other. They just have a sexual energy that they want to explore one another. She know who she wants. She's going to go on these dates, just be going. So because she's not opening herself up to the possibility of anybody else get to know her in that romantic kind of way, the men like, she ain't ready to love. So they put Joy. Clifton went and had to tell Precious, they had a good conversation. Precious said that Demetrius is the one that's throwing around this narrative about her wanting to be a party girl, and the men are feeding into that. Joy sat down with Demetrius, and Demetrius told her about the fact that she's not opening up to other men, and then Joy turned the tables on his ass. Joy basically went at him the same way that Tina did. Like, I don't think you ready to love. I think you full of shit and playing games. That's basically what Tina said too when they meeting. She's like, there's something about you. I usually follow my intuition, and you don't seem like you really here for a relationship. You don't seem like you give a damn about any of us. You want us to chase you. And that's the same thing that Joy really said to him too. So they got into a little exchange of words, and she said, I don't like the way, she said, you messy as hell. It was something, oh my gosh, I wish I took my notes. It was something that she said specifically to Demetrius about the way that he moves that makes me believe that what Precious was saying, that Demetrius is the one putting this seed in everybody's mind about her being this party girl, not being serious, not wanting to be in a relationship, that Demetrius is the one that said it and started that. The men got into an argument in the lounge too. I forgot about that. About Vern trying to tell them, find a woman that you want to be with, tell her, and call it out. And the men took the defense like, I ain't got to choose nobody. Donovan got real upset. I just got her. I ain't got to listen to you and tell me to pick somebody, and I don't even know these women. And Eric was over there rolling his eyes. They don't like Vern's ass. They don't like Vern's ass, and they don't like Demetrius either. And it's clear to me. It's a 3-way divide here. They don't really like Vern, except for Paul. Paul rides with Vern. and Paul would take up and stand up and defend Vern. But they don't like Demetrius either. I don't know which one they don't like the most. But in this particular moment, yeah, they was about to have some exchange of words, because this is just a repetition of last season when Zadia and Aisha was talking about, you know, being open and narrowing down to one or two people and things like that. And now we got the men bitching about, I don't want to have to choose. You can't tell me to choose. You know, stay on your open. All that shit. That was some bullshit. Okay, so anyway, Precious, she took it like a woman. She's like, you know what? I understand what you're saying. I don't agree. I think Demetrius on some bullshit, and I think he's the one that's been going around spreading these rumors. She didn't say his name, but we knew who she was talking about. And she was like, you know what? Me and you are cool. We're going to always be cool. You like my big brother, my homie. And we're going to stay in contact after this. And he was like, yeah, you know. He's like, you know, I always got your back. She said, I know you do. And I thank you for that. Which tells me that Clifton. I said Demetrius. I meant Clifton. That Clifton has been going back to Precious and telling her what was being said in the confessionals. How she know that he always got her back? Unless he's coming to her and saying, look her. Okay, and I feel that's the reason why he was the one to relay that message to her, because they have already built that type of bond and understanding. And so, you know, they're going to always be homies. They're going to always be cool. I knew Precious was leaving the show before it even happened, because all week long, Precious has been all over Instagram, and she's back out in California. It's amazing to me, too, that once these people with the show ends, they go back home. I had some money withdrawn from my account. What I buy for $10.16? It just came through. Did I buy something off of Amazon? Probably. Ain't no telling. Anywho, Joy and Demetrius. Demetrius and PL should be on the block next week. And probably Vern. They probably gonna be in the bottom three. I just don't. I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say about this, y'all. I done talked enough, and I don't even know if I need a real recap or not. If I missed anything that y'all think I should have addressed, put it down in the comment section. We can talk about it there. I love to hear your thoughts and your points of views. And I had every intention of calling people out on their bullshit. I'm exhausted, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm exhausted. I just got a lot of shit on my mind. Oh, thank you guys for coming to the live stream last night. If you missed the live stream, the link is up on the community tab. You can watch it. I had to get out of my feelings a little bit, out of my emotions a little bit. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace. And I knew I was gonna forget. After they did the elimination, ladies lounge, we went right into the ladies lounge. And I'm not gonna even go through the whole thing, because I'm quite sure they're gonna show it all over again at the beginning of next week. But in this particular one, Tommy was like, how y'all ladies doing? How y'all ladies doing? Y'all feeling good? He kept stressing that, because he knew something was already wrong. Dakaya and Eric had an incident. This takes me back to when he's having that discussion with Carmen about the kiss. And this is my best guess on this situation. They went on a date. They flirtatious as always. You know, because they always pass off this sexual energy and vibe to one another. Maybe she did lean in for the kiss first, and he obliged, and he kept going, and she didn't want him to. And she had to break away from that situation. That's my thought. I think there was some unwanted advances that possibly happened, but she don't really want to go too far with saying what those unwanted advances are, because she was able to put a stop to it. However, the situation, and this is all speculation, I have to make sure I'm putting it in there so y'all won't say that the poetry said this and ran with it and this will happen. It's a speculation. But I think that's why at this ladies lounge, she is telling Tommy, I don't ever want to go on a date with him again, based off of that incident. And then they showed a clip of Carmen saying, wait a minute, something ain't right. She was throwing herself at him. She was all over him. And now she's saying that she don't want to go out and date with him no more. Something ain't right. The fact that Carmen chose to use her sexual energy, how Nakaya was presenting herself sexually to Eric, as justification of whatever this incident may have been, is helping me be even more convinced that that is what possibly happened. They went out, they went for the kiss, and he took her flirtation as this is the time for me to make my move, and he got overexcited, and she had to convince him to back the fuck up off of her. In that situation, and maybe it took a little longer convincing than what she wanted to have happen. Like, he should have stopped immediately when she said stop, and he didn't. But it didn't go any further than that. That's what I'm assuming happened, which is why it's making so much more sense to me now that they were so focused on Phil and Shiloh last season. Because remember, they started taping this like immediately after the other one. This was before Tommy even got sick. Remember, by the time they got to the reunion, Tommy had C-19. So all this was being filmed while Tommy was still in good health. They only taped the show for like 6 weeks. That's the whole taping. Even though it airs for like 10 to 12 weeks. 6 weeks is the taping. That's what I'm thinking happened. And they had to take Phil and Shiloh's situation a little bit more serious than they needed to because of whatever happened between Eric and Nakaya. That's just my best guess. Okay, now I'm done. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.